The Twitter sphere has been left stunned after it appeared that the US President, Donald Trump, had quit the microblogging site. Arguably Twitter's most famous user, Mr. Trump has entertained and astonished with his regular tweets, often sent late at night. He has frequently used the platform to update the world on policy plans and personnel changes. However, for reasons that remain unclear, he last night announced that he would no longer be communicating in 280 characters or less. In a cryptic message, he told his nearly 50 million followers, "Twitter was fun once, big fun. But I'm getting tired of the trolls, many of whom are douchebags. Got a big job to do putting America first." God bless Twitter and the almighty USA. Peace out. Initially, some social media watchers believed that Mr. Trump's account had been hacked, possibly raising the specter of Russian state involvement. "17 minutes after the first message, however, came a second, sad. Sure, sadder than sad. Bluer than a blue tick. Still, this is it folks. God bless you all. There have been no further messages from the presidential account, and sources close to the White House indicated that the president would indeed not be returning to social media, although one well-placed associate suggested that Mr. Trump had become increasingly interested in the possibilities of Instagram. "There's no doubt the president is a busy man," said the source. "He's become somewhat disillusioned with Twitter, but that doesn't mean he'll stop other channels of direct communication with the American people." Others speculated that the decision was an unforeseen consequence of the nomination of the presidential physician, Admiral Ronny Jackson, as the new Secretary of Veterans Affairs. "It's well known that the president has micro fingers," said a White House official speaking on condition of anonymity. Dr. Jackson's daily hand massages kept the presidential pinkies supple enough to reach the furthermost corners of the keyboard on Trump's phone. Now Ronnie's taken up a new role. There is nobody with the skill required to keep those tiny digits moving. Many supporters of the president were left shocked by Mr. Trump's departure. "I can't believe it," said John from Pittsburgh. "His tweets were the only reason I voted for him." Others were more upbeat. Judy, who said she had woken in her Miami condo aware of a sudden surge of something big, suggested the timing was not coincidental. Just over 2,000 years ago to the day, Jesus Christ rose from the dead. Trump's not leaving Twitter, he's coming for his people, just like we always prayed he would. World News in Pictures 50 show all World News in Pictures 150 at 31 March 2018 mourners hold back a relative of Palestinian Hamdan Abu Amsha, who was killed along the Israel border with Gaza during his funeral in Beit Hanan town. Reuters 250 at 30 March 2018 Israeli soldiers shot tear gas grenades towards the Palestinian tent city protest commemorating Land Day. The day marks the killing of 6 Arab Israelis during 1976 demonstrations against Israeli confiscations of Arab land. AFP Getty 3/50 29 March 2018. An emotional Steve Smith is comforted by his father Peter as he fronts the media at Sydney International Airport. Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft were flown back to Australia following investigations into alleged ball tampering in South Africa. Getty 4/50 28 March 2018. French gendarmes escort the coffin of the late Lieutenant Colonel Arnaud Beltrame transported by car during a funeral procession leaving the Pantheon as part of a national tribute in Paris. The French president will lead a national commemoration to hostage SWAT policeman Arnaud Beltrame killed in jihadist attack. AFP Getty 5/50 27 March 2018. Russian President Vladimir Putin visits a memorial made for the victims of a fire in a multi-story shopping center in the Siberian city of Kemerovo. Officials say that the fire escapes were blocked and a PA system was turned off during the fire that killed over 50 people. Kremlin pool photo via AP 6/50 26 March 2018. At least 64 shoppers have been killed in fire at a shopping center in Russia. A further 16 people were still missing after flames broke out at the 4-story Winter Cherry Mall in the city of Kemerovo in Siberia, according to Russian Emergencies Minister Vladimir Puchkov. The fire was extinguished in the morning after burning through the night. Parts of the building were still smoldering and the floors of the cinema hall had caved in places, another emergency official said. Russian Emergencies Ministry via Reuters 7/50 25 March 2018. Syrian civilians gathering for their evacuation from the town of Arban in the eastern Ghouta region on the outskirts of the capital Damascus, following a deal with the regime. The deal is expected to see some 7,000 people bust from Arban and Zamalka towns and the district of Jobar to a rebel-dominated part of northern Syria. AFP Getty 8/50 24 March 2018. Students attend the March for Our Lives in Washington. In the wake of the Florida attack, there has been a widespread effort to ban assault rifle. Getty 9/50 23 March 2018. Police at the scene of a hostage situation in a supermarket in Trebes. An armed man took hostages in a supermarket in southern France, killing 3 and injuring about a dozen others, police said. A French minister confirmed the gunman had been shot dead by police. Reuters 10/50 22 March 2018. A boy rows his boat in the polluted waters of the Brahmaputra River on World Water Day in Guwahati, India. Reuters 11/50 21 March 2018. Kosovo's opposition lawmakers release a tear gas canister inside the country's parliament in before a vote for an agreement to ratify or not a border demarcation deal signed in 2015 with Montenegro. AFP Getty 12/50 20 March 2018. People carrying luggage leave the Russian embassy in London and board a van bearing diplomatic plates. Dozens of people including adults with children arrived at the Russian embassy in the morning and then left carrying luggage in vehicles bearing diplomatic registration plates. Britain last week announced the expulsion of 23 Russian diplomats over the spy poisoning row, prompting a tit-for-tat response from Moscow. AFP Getty 1350 19 March 2018 The Soyuz MS-08 spacecraft is mounted on the launch pad at the Russian-leased Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. AFP Getty 1450 18 March 2018 President Vladimir Putin walks out of a voting booth at a polling station during Russia's presidential election in Moscow. AFP Getty 1550 17 March 2018 People take part in a pensioners' protest to demand decent pensions in Barcelona. Thousands of people across the country took part in mass demonstrations called by main Spanish workers' unions demanding rises of state pensions in accordance with the Consumer Price Index. AFP Getty 1650 16 March 2018 Russian President Vladimir Putin visits the Almazov National Medical Research Center in St. Petersburg. AFP Getty 1750 15 March 2018 Vladimir Putin chairs a meeting with members of the Security Council in Moscow. Reuters 1850 14 March 2018 German Chancellor Angela Merkel is sworn in by the President of the German lower house during the government swearing-in ceremony at the Bundestag in Berlin. Merkel, head of the Christian Democratic Party CDU, starts her fourth term as German Chancellor, capping months of political uncertainty as she bartered with her rivals of the SPD to help govern Europe's top economy in a grand coalition. AFP Getty 1950 13 March 2018 Nepali students of University of Dhaka light candles in memory of the victims of the US Bangla aircraft crash in Nepal, Bangladesh. Reuters 2050 12 March 2018 Rescuers work to save passengers from a plane crash at Kathmandu Airport in Nepal. AP 2150 11 March 2018 French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte Macron pose for photographs as they visit the Taj Mahal. AFP Getty 2250 10 March 2018 France's far-right party Front National, FN, President Marine Le Pen applauds former U.S. President advisor Steve Bannon after his speech during the Front National Party annual Congress in Lille, northern France. AFP Getty 2350 9 March 2018 A television screen showing pictures of U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un at a railway station in Seoul. AFP Getty 2450 8 March 2018 Protesters form triangles with their hands during a demonstration for women's rights in Bilbao, Spain. Reuters 2550 7 March 2018 A laborer works on a salt pan in the outskirts of the Nagaur district in the Indian state of Rajasthan ahead of International Women's Day. AFP Getty 2650 6 March 2018 Sri Lanka's army soldiers and police personnel stand near a vandalized building in Dagana, a suburb of Kandy. Extremists Buddhist mobs swept through the town on Monday, burning at least 11 Muslim-owned shops and homes. Sri Lanka's president declared a state of emergency Tuesday amid fears that anti-Muslim attacks in the central hill town could spread. AP 27/50 5 March 2018 Chinese President Xi Jinping arrives for the opening of the first session of the 13th National People's Congress, NPC, at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. The NPC has over 3,000 delegates and is the world's largest parliament or legislative assembly, though its function is largely as a formal seal of approval for the policies fixed by the leaders of the Chinese Communist Party. The NPC runs alongside the annual plenary meetings of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, CPPCC, together known as Lianghuiyar-2 meetings. EPA 28/50 4 March 2018 Female protester stands up with the words Berlusconi sei scaduto written on her body, translating as Berlusconi, you've expired, as Silvio Berlusconi stands during voting of the political and regional elections in Milan, Italy. Rex 29/50 3 March 2018 Russian President Vladimir Putin delivers a speech during a rally to support his bid in the upcoming presidential election at Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Reuters 30/50 2 March 2018 A light turns red outside of Germany's Krupp-Mansmann steel factory. German officials and industry groups warned U.S. President Donald Trump that he risks sparking a trade war with his closest allies if he goes ahead with plans to impose steep tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. AP 31/50 1 March 2018 People dance during Holi festival celebrations in Kathmandu, Nepal. EPA 32/50 28 February 2018 Indian fans watch as the funeral procession of the late Bollywood actress Sridevi Kapoor passes through Mumbai. AFP Getty 33/50 27 February 2018 Candles are left in tribute to murdered Slovakian investigative reporter Jan Kuciak, 27, and his fiancée Martina, 27, at Slovak National Uprising Square in Bratislava. A leading Slovak newspaper says organized crime may have been involved in the shooting death that shocked Slovakia. The bodies of Kuciak and Kuznarova were found Sunday evening in their house in the town of Velika Moka, east of the capital. AP 34/50 26 February 2018 Colosseum during a heavy snowfall in Rome, Italy. Reuters Alberto Lingria 35/50 25 February 2018 Family members of victims of the sunken South Korean naval ship Cheonan by a North Korean attack hold up defaced portraits of Kim Jong-chol, vice chairman of North Korea's ruling Workers' Party Central Committee, during a rally against his visit near the Unification Bridge in Paju, South Korea. A North Korean high-level delegation led by Kim arrived to attend the closing ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. The signs read, "Let's punish Kim Jong-chol." Getty 36/50 24 February 2018 Ivanka Trump, C, cheers while sat between former Olympic U.S. bobsledder Shauna Robach, L, and Valerie Fleming, Art, as the United States beat Sweden in their men's gold medal curling match at the Gangneung Curling Center in Gangneung, South Korea. Ivanka Trump is on a 4-day visit to South Korea to attend the closing ceremony of the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Getty 37/50 23 February 2018 David Alan Turpin, C, who along with Louisiana Turpin, is accused of abusing and holding 13 of their children captive, appears in court with attorneys David Mocker, L., and Allison Lowe in court in Riverside, California. According to Riverside County Sheriffs, David Allen Turpin and Louisiana Turpin held 13 malnourished children ranging in age from 2 to 29 captive in their Perris, California home. Deputies were alerted after a 17-year-old daughter escaped by jumping through a window shortly before dawn, carrying a deactivated mobile phone from which she was able to call 911 for help. Responding deputies described conditions in the home as foul-smelling, with some kids chained to a bed and suffering injuries as a result. Adult children appeared at first to be minors because of their malnourished state. The Turpins were arrested on charges of torture and child endangerment. Getty 38/50 22 February 2018. The Elephanta Island, home to the famous Elephanta Caves, finally gets electricity after a wait of 70 years. "70 years after independence, a 7.5 kilometers long undersea cable has finally brought electricity to the world-famous Garapuri Isle, which houses the UNESCO World Heritage Site Elephanta Caves, about 10 kilometers from Mumbai, India. Getty 39/50 21 February 2018. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau pays his respects at the Sikh Golden Temple in Amritsar. Trudeau and his family are on a week-long official trip to India. Getty 40/50 20 February 2018. Members of the Syrian Civil Defense evacuate an injured civilian on a stretcher from an area hit by a reported regime airstrike in the rebel-held town of Sakba, in the besieged eastern Ghouta region on the outskirts of the capital Damascus. AFP Getty 41/50 19 February 2018. A Thai Navy instructor demonstrates how to catch a snake during a jungle survival exercise as part of the Cobra Gold 2018 CG-18 joint military exercise with U.S. soldiers at a military base in Chonburi Province, Thailand. Reuters 42/50 18 February 2018. Children play outside their destroyed school in the Frika village in Idlib, northwestern Syria. 43/50 17 February 2018. A pro-Kurd demonstrator attends a protest demanding the release of the Kurdistan Workers' Party (PKK) leader Abdullah Öcalan in Strasbourg, France. 44/50 16 February 2018. Joe Zavuloni mourns in front of a cross placed in a park to commemorate the victims of the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Reuters 45/50 15 February 2018. South Africa's new president Cyril Ramaphosa holds up his right hand as he is sworn into office. AFP Getty 46/50 14 February 2018. The African National Congress's ANC Treasurer General Paul Mashatile, left, and Parliamentary Chief Whip Jackson Mthembu address a media briefing after an emergency ANC caucus meeting on 14 February in Cape Town. South Africa's parliament will hold a vote of no confidence in President Jacob Zuma on 15 February, the ruling ANC party said, signaling its determination to eject him from office after days of stalemate. AFP 47/50 13 February 2018. North Korean cheerleaders are surrounded by media as they attempt to walk on Gyeongpo Beach in Gangneung, South Korea. AFP Getty 48/50 12 February 2018. Former U.S. President Barack Obama unveils his portrait at the Smithsonian's National Portrait Gallery in Washington, D.C. AFP Getty 49/50 9 February 2018. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's sister Kim Yo-jong attend the opening ceremony of the Pyeongchang 2018 Winter Olympic Games. AFP Getty 50/50 8 February 2018. Bangladesh police charge towards activists of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party protesting following a verdict against opposition leader Khaleda Zia in Dhaka. The ex-Prime Minister of Bangladesh was jailed for 5 years on corruption charges. AFP Getty world leaders, many of whom appeared unaware of the development as they enjoyed the long Easter weekend, were largely muted in their response. President Vladimir Putin tweeted commiserations from his personal @VladThibet account, saying, "To suggest this is a Russian compromat plot is absurd." Kim Jong-un was more forthright. "Ha ha 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 dot s off you silly dotard. Ha 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 ha." Where's my barber? The prevailing mood in America, among those still awake, was one of shock and surprise. Mr. T, the actor famous for his role as Sergeant B.A. Baracus in the cult TV show, The A-Team, summed up the general sense of disappointment when he tweeted, "I pity the fool that gives up on Twitter." It remains to be seen whether the president will change his mind when he wakes up.